All right, good morning. Let's try that again. Good afternoon. In a change from the normal sort of format of video I put out there, which is travel, that kind of stuff really, day-to-day sort of van life malarkey, I thought I'd jump on the old bandwagon and just give you a view of what the van is, a tour of the van. For those that follow and have been following from the start, you would have seen little snippets of the van through all of the videos, but I thought I'd just do a dedicated video to the van I own. So hopefully then for future videos certain things may make more sense to you. Nothing makes sense to me at the moment, but there we go. That's my issue. Right, let's get on with it. Right, starting with the overall then, she's a 2015 Citroen Relay, and this is the, I think it's L3H2, so long wheelbase and sort of medium height. It's standard panel van that's been converted and then painted, and the painting is Raptor, mint green, spew green, snot green, frog green, call it what you like. It's green. And yeah, it was like that when I bought it. In fact, I'll just mention that now while it's in my mind. Apart from adding a few storage nets, this van is as I bought it, including the posh wheels and tyres and all that kind of carry on down there. It is pretty much as I bought it and standard. Right, let's get into the inside. We'll start with the cab. So nothing really, actually, oh shit, I forgot to take that out. That's my bit of camembert that's warming in the sun because it just came out the fridge. So we'll bypass that bit. Anyway, right, back to the van. So yeah, it's fairly standard in the cab area. What I do like about these actually is the storage you get. So you've got quite a bit of storage up there actually for your day-to-day stuff when you drive in. I don't know, tissues, glasses, all that kind of carry on. You've got some decent storage down the front here, you know, your old glove box, and a central one as well. Oh, bloody wire. Yeah, central one as well as this here. You've got another one up there. And then that bit there, I think this comes up as well somehow. Oh yeah, see, that comes up like that as well. Never used it, but it's there. I'll talk about it now, in case I forget later. But this has got this standard double seats. What I would do, if I was to build this van, or I may even do it with this one yet, I don't know. I think I'd rather go for a swivel base, either double or single. I think preferably single seats, but they are hellishly expensive. I think it's like 600-700 quid for a seat, and then you've got to pay for your swivel adapter as well. So that's something to consider. But yeah, so it's got the standard non-swivel seats at the moment, and then obviously you've got your door pockets as per most vehicles. So that's the cab, and we'll move to the inside. Again, all those stickers belong to the previous owner, Liam. Nice lad, actually. I bought this. Well, he lived about 15 minutes from where I was living at the time in Ebervale, and so yeah, it was easy to go and see, and yeah. Great chat, and we came to a deal and I bought it. Right, litter picker, really important for us. Everywhere we go we tend to pick up litter from where we've been. Your standard extinguisher, pee bottle if you're interested, sorry, but it's there. Gash bag or rubbish bag that I leave there, and that's just my everyday bag when I'm going out. So I tend to have like recording kit in there, spare batteries, my camera, and passport, wallet, all that kind of nonsense that everyone else carries. Right, oh, as we climb up in. Right, so above the cab, more storage. Just general bits and bobs, to be honest. Nothing too exciting up there. some recovery stuff for the vehicle, some camping chairs, tripod for the camera, umbrella, dog thingy, blah blah. You know the score. Right, so here we have a wood burner, which does work. I don't use it that often, if I'm honest, and that's because I got the van late in winter, and even though we were up in Scotland and I was cold for a few weeks, I just battled on with it really, and yeah, never lit it. But I should imagine for the following winter, even though the plan is to be abroad, I shall definitely use it a lot more. Right, coming up on top there is an electric Fiamma fan, which does both extraction and the opposite, whatever it's called, but it'll bring air in, multi-speed and all that kind of carry on. And that has been a lifesaver. One other thing I'll point out now, there isn't one of those above the bed, and I would say, and I might even do it myself, a vent above the bed would be very, very handy. Right, so we've got a whole host of top cupboards. Yeah, these three here, which is toiletries, crap, cup jam, and behind that is some, I'll show you. You've got a cup and some gaffer tape. Yeah, about as random as it gets in this van. And then the last one, drone, some spare batteries, tea bags. Yeah, as you can see, my organisation here is chaotic at best, but it's lived in full time, me and Molly. So as long as everything is where I need it to be, and I can remember where that is, the day's already a good one. And on this side, some spare food. Up in that top thing up there, the grey thing, is spare electricals, cabling, so your USB-Cs, standard power banks, all that kind of crap. And then here, so I've got a spare, I'll show you the other lighting in a minute, but I've got a spare camping light there. I just think it's a lot dimmer, or dimmable, than the ones that are on the roof. And that's my clothes thing. Now, to be honest, that's the only cupboard I've got with clothes. I do have another box of clothes under the bed in the garage, but that there has lasted me so far over 3 months, and I've probably not even used a third of it. I just use what I can. A lot of it stays on for a fair few days, to be completely honest. But yeah, it's more than enough for now. And then here are all the jackets hanging up. Some of those are winter jackets I could quite possibly put away now. Yeah, I can't see me using those for a while. And then a full-size double bed. I'm 5'10", generous, 5'10", I'd say. And I can sleep from side to side, no bother, without head or feet touching the sides. If you're a little bit taller, 6 foot-ish, you could still use it, but you'd probably want to sleep more of an angle. Lots of stuff on the bed, and that's just, to be honest, that's just part and parcel of daily life in a van. It's continually moving stuff around. Yes, you can put things away for a long time, for days and days or weeks at a time, but then you've always got to go and find it. So the dailies, like the day sack there and stuff, which has got the laptop and all that malarkey, it tends to just get pushed around. Same as that there, the old EcoFlow. Normally, if I'm driving, that sits down on the floor, as you don't want that toppling over and breaking. And then when I get somewhere, I just put it up on top there and use it if necessary. What else have I got here? So here, good sun at the moment, and that's showing 14.3 power coming in, and that's just complete solar onto the batteries, which I'll show you a little bit later. Basically, sorry, while I'm here, there's one on the other side as well. And yeah, basically, that just powers everything in the van, the whole lot. What I don't have at the moment is an inverter, but that is something I'm desperately needing and will likely purchase in the coming days. Down here then, 12 volt compressor fridge, which just houses drinks and bits of fresh food. To be honest, if I didn't have one, I doubt I would buy one. I would just organise or reorganise the way I eat and the things I eat. But it happened to be in there. It works an absolute treat, and so it's staying. Drawers, cutlery and all that kind of crap, pegs, whatever. Very handy actually. And then we come to this one, which is the water reservoir and cleaning cupboard. Yeah, that holds 80 litres, I believe. 80, 85, 75, around there somewhere. It's just topped up through that thing there. That bowl, incidentally, I've carried everywhere and not used it. But that's for another day. Okay, and then the tap itself on top is all fed by 12 volt. There you go, and just runs straight outside. Now, I know there's no grey water holding tank, which can be an issue. I know a lot of people frown upon it, but I don't use this sink. I use it to pour fresh water into the kettle or into a saucepan to cook or into a saucepan to clean, but then I clean away from the van. I don't put anything down through there. If it is, then it's just water that's spilt out of a pan or kettle or glass or whatever, and it's fresh water that goes outside. That shelf there is just where I keep all my bits and bobs and daily shite, if I'm honest. Look at this, absolutely stunning today. Really, really pretty area. Anyway, I digress. Right, I'll just show that very quickly, more personal than anything. That's a picture of the old man that sadly passed away September, I think it was last year. Really bad actually. Was it September? Oh, it was September. I think it was a couple of days before his birthday. So I carry him around in the van, and same as I'll point it out now while I'm here, that SOS St. Christopher locket there, that was his also, bought by my stepmom. So I carry both those things. My dad was a bus driver and took me everywhere as a kid, and so, you know, just as a nod to him, I'm now taking him around. Right, I think that's about, oh no, a couple other things. Right, so I've got a table, that's that there. Very rarely will I sit at that and eat, but I do edit a lot of photos there, and I do make the videos sitting at that table more often than not. Storage space in here under the cushions. Tend to keep my cameras and stuff, and there's a safe in there. And then on the other side, similar size, and that's where I keep the chuck it bucket and the thunderbox and spare kindling, axe, logs and all that sort of stuff for the log burner. Right, and then this cupboard here on the other side, underneath the cooker here. To the one side we got gas, and I also keep a few other bits and bobs in there. Olive oil, because, you know, olive oil goes well with gas. Oh, I did tell you it was random. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to wish I hadn't done this already, or thought through it a little bit more. Anyway, oh, and another fire extinguisher just in case. Even though, to be honest, if a van went on fire, I'd be running in the opposite direction. And then cutlery, no, not cutlery, what's the other stuff called? Pans and all that shit is down there. More food, oh, and another pan, I threw that in there last night when I'd done the couscous. And then spices, coffee, and yeah, just other kitchen-y type stuff. And that's it for here. So there's a 2 gas hob. I would, I think, if I was to do it myself, I would include an oven. I'd want sort of like the little ovens, oven grill and hob that you get on boats, etc. The little gimbaled ones. I'd probably put something like that in, because I do enjoy cooking, and I find it a bit limiting on just the 2 rings. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I did say about the lighting, didn't I? So there's 4 lights, one up there, one at the back. They're just spotlights, and then you've got some side lights. One is up under there somewhere. and the other one is under the cupboard there, and they're just done on these switches up here. So you can see that one's come on, and the one at the back there is done from a separate switch up here, which is, there you go. So that's those ones. Right, so that's pretty much the inside. Nothing else here, is there? Nope. All right, so now we're going to have a look at the boot. As you can imagine, with a double bed, the boot space is, or garage as they tend to call it, is huge. And of course, I'm not going to go through everything that's in there because, you know, it's all personal, isn't it, really? You carry what you think you need. And that's a good point while I'm on it. What you think you need and what you actually need, or at least in my case, two very, very different things. There's lots and lots I've taken out of here. But maybe that's for another video sometime. We'll show those leveling ramps. I did get some in the end, as you may remember, for those that have seen the earlier videos. Going around Scotland, I was using flat rock, etc. to reverse up onto, just to try and level the van out. Yeah, so that's that. The only thing I'll point out here is it does have 240. I've never used it, and to be quite honest, I don't think I ever will. Two bits of recovery kit that I wouldn't go without. One is a 5 meter, 8 ton tow strop, and this here is a jump start pack. If you get a flat battery, or if someone near you has a flat battery, it's a little bit easier than getting your jump leads out and positioning two vehicles. And then we come up to the solar setup. Panels up on top of the van, I'll show you that in a minute. There's two batteries. Both of them are 60 amp, 12.8 lithium batteries. And they've, to be honest, they've not been massively tested. I don't have an inverter, though I will do. And I've not been running anything that's 240 volt heavy. The only thing I've got that charges really like that is the laptop. And at the moment I'm doing that off the EcoFlow. So they've been more than adequate to charge everything in the van and keep the compressor fridge running. Also have then that, which is the old Duric, oh my god, what's the proper name for it? Something relay, isn't it? Oh, switch relay, is it? Something. But basically that just brings electric through from the alternator through to the batteries. And then finally is the EPEVA, not sure, MPPT controller for the two panels up on top. From memory, I believe there's about, between the two panels, there's about 400, maybe a little bit more, watts of power coming through. And then the fuse board, basically for all the 12 volt bits and bobs that are inside the van. The water pump at the sink, the USB charging bits, and yeah, what else? Oh, the fridge, obviously the fridge. So that's pretty much it for the booty bit. And this here, if you really wanted to use it, is the other side of the table, which, you know, you could do something outside with if you felt the need to, which I very often don't. All these curtains are really good. They were all installed, hung up on that pretty solid bar there. They are blackout, so very little light comes through in the mornings. As I say, more now we're at the back, it's got some more netting storage stuff there. What I would say after that recent trip to France is that I will probably fit some 12 volt. I'm just going to shut this so I can climb up on the ladder. 12 volt fans, just to get some aeration in the bedroom compartment. Yeah, right, we'll climb up on top and then I'll show you what's up there, and that should be it, really. Oh, that's not easy with a buggered shoulder, I can tell you. Right, so up on top we have roof rails, never used, some fake whatchamacallit, tread board stuff. Like a little picnic area, but again, I've never used that. And the 2 solar panels. Oh, let me just climb right up on top. Ay, bugger. Oh, fucking stubbed my toe. Oh, shit. Oh, this filming malarkey is going to kill me, I'm sure it is. Right, there we go. So 2 very, very large solar panels. Like I say, I believe it's about 400 watts. Could be more than that, actually. The chimney output thing and the fan. Yeah. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Sorry, I'm just digressing from the video. And there's no one else here. This is all mine. I might just go and lock the gate. My own little picnic area down in there as well. Right, so from the top of the van, that's pretty much it. I'm sure to have missed something. I've tried to do it all in, well, it has all been done in one take, which means for a lazy shit like me, there's minimal, if zero, editing to do on this video. It's just a case of put it on there and let it go. So apologies if it's quite shit and laborious and hard work to listen to everything, but you know, you just do what you can to make life easy. Yeah, that's it for the van tour. If you think I've missed anything or there's other stuff you want to know about, then by all means, what do they do? Oh yeah, down there in the comments, that kind of shite. No, seriously, if there's anything else, then just ask. I will, I'll get one of these done for Libby's van as well. Hers is a bit different, actually. She does the same as me, but on a much smaller scale, and still manages adequately. And also with her bongo, she does have a bit more of a maintenance schedule than I do with this van. So that'll be upcoming. And also then I think we'll sit down one day and give our thoughts on what it's been like so far, what we've changed. You know, I've obviously mentioned a few today physically in the van. And you know, and the other type of stuff that people are genuinely interested in. What does it cost? How do you go about it? Regrets and all that kind of stuff. What do we miss? Which isn't an awful lot, if I'm honest. So yeah, stay tuned. And if any of that is appealing, then do please consider subscribing and all that carry on that YouTubers do. And see you in the next one. Take care.